Hello and welcome back! Now, at this point in time, you must be wondering, how do we film ourselves speaking in a way that is engaging? Right. Now, it's easy for me to just say practice, practice, practice. But there's actually more than that. So, in this video, I want to take you through the entire process of filming from start to finish. The first time you appear on camera, you may experience this thing known as performance anxiety. You thought you knew what to say and how to say it, but the moment the camera starts recording, boom, you freeze, you suddenly don't know the words, you stutter, and it's very, very frustrating. This happens to me all the time. So I want you to know this is very, very normal. Now, the other thing is this: if this is the first time that you are filming yourself and you see yourself on the screen, you will feel very strange. In fact, it feels very painful just watching and hearing yourself. You go, oh, do I actually sound like that? Oh, do I really look like that? Oh, why do I keep doing these things with my face and my hands, right? Now, I want to assure you that this is perfectly normal. Everyone starts off feeling that way, including me, alright? So it's a very normal experience. Don't worry too much about it, okay? The good news is this: just embrace it, and after a while, it stops bothering you. In fact, it will happen a lot sooner than you think. So just endure, persevere. Now, I have worked with other educators and some of them were so upset by the experience of seeing themselves in the recording that they prefer to just hide their faces behind PowerPoint slides. And I've also heard some people use the argument that, well, this course is about a specific content, so we should give the emphasis on the content and not on the speaker. Sure, I'll grant you that, but it's only effective if you have a lot of relevant moving visuals. Like in a cooking video, you can see the person chopping away or stir frying in a frying pan, right? You have a lot of motion going on, that's okay. Or if you have a team of animators to help you create all the visuals, that's okay too. But what if you're not doing a cooking video? What if you don't have a team of animators? So what can we do next? Now, just to be clear, what I'm saying is don't hide behind static slides, because when the slides are static, we are not giving enough stimuli to the learner to help the learner pay attention. So constant motion on screen is very essential to aid the learner's attention. If we don't have slides to show, it's okay to just show ourselves, Now, if you pay attention to the documentaries or even the news, you realize that they don't show the same scene for more than 30 seconds. There's usually a change in the scene once every 5 to 30 seconds or so. One moment you're looking at the person from the front view, 10 seconds later the scene changes, and now you're looking at the person from the side view. This change of the scene is how they keep us attentive. So how do we avoid static slides? Here's the thing: you don't need to dump all your information on one slide. In fact, my recommendation is to put 1 point per slide, and that allows us to change the slide very, very regularly, like once every 30 seconds or so. So this gives the viewer a sense of regular motion on the screen. It helps with the attention. But what if I don't have anything relevant to show on screen? Well, what's the next best thing? Just show yourself, It's our way of helping the learner stay engaged. The presence of a talking head does so much wonders for the learner. From the facial expressions, the movements of the body language itself, all this provides sufficient visual stimulation to keep the learner occupied and engaged. Now, don't just take it from me, take it also from researchers who have done studies on student engagement, like this article I'm showing you on screen. So, alright, now we have the camera or the webcam, we have in mind what we want to say, and we are prepared to tolerate seeing ourselves no matter how weird we might feel. So then, how do I record myself in front of a camera? It feels weird talking to a camera, right? Nobody else in the room, correct? Now, I want to say this, I feel the same way too, okay? So how do I speak like I'm having a conversation with you, even if there's no one? So here's a trick I like to do. If I use a webcam, I'll position the webcam view just below the webcam itself. Or if I use my iPhone, I'll use the front-facing camera of my phone. So this way, whether I use a webcam or the iPhone, I can see myself and I can talk to that face on the screen as if I'm having a conversation with that person. Now, it sounds silly and you might feel silly, but it feels a lot better compared to recording without anyone in the room. It makes a world of a difference. Now, what if I have difficulty speaking in front of a camera? What if I need to refer to my slides or a script? Well, if you're using a webcam, you can look load the script or slides on your screen. Just position the document below the webcam view like this. More importantly, make sure you're at a suitable distance away from the camera so that when you look at the document, it looks like you're looking at the camera. If it makes it easy for you, just keep looking at the document. Don't keep looking at the camera or it becomes too obvious that you're looking at something else. If you're using an iPhone and you need a teleprompter, you can do what I do. I prop my iPad or monitor directly below the camera of my iPhone and I position myself at a suitable distance. So this way, you can't tell whether I'm looking at the iPhone camera or the iPad. Alright, we're ready to begin. Now, it's important that we give ourselves enough time to warm up at the start. Because at the start, we're going to make a lot of mistakes. So don't get frustrated. It is normal. All these mistakes they contribute to us getting warmed up. Alright? Now, take me for an example, okay? When I first started doing lecture videos, it took me about half an hour to warm up. Of course, 1 year later, I'm pretty used to this, so it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to get warmed up. Now, once you're all warmed up, you will get into the zone and you forget just how awkward you feel and it becomes a lot easier to film. Now, one thing I do is that I always make it a point to look at the camera, smile, and start with the maximum energy. Alright? Now, of course, one thing you'll discover is that every time you film, you will always make an incredible number of mistakes. But be kind to yourself, alright? That's normal, okay? A lot of false starts, you forget what you want to say, you say the wrong thing, trip over a word, so on. Very normal. In fact, don't forget the professionals in Hollywood. They too also make such mistakes. So don't be too hard on yourself about this, okay? Now, let me tell you a secret, okay? And I think this will help you think a bit more positively about making mistakes. Remember the process I told you just now? Start with maximum energy, right? Now, if you don't make any mistakes, it's a smooth filming, right? You will get tired and over time your energy level will decrease. What mistakes do is every time you have a mistake, you need to stop and start again. And you know, with the process of starting at maximum energy, your energy level goes back to the top once more. So I'm actually treating every mistake as a reminder to be energetic. This is how I maintain a high energy level consistent throughout the entire video. Now, of course, you're probably thinking, oh, won't that make the lecture video look very ugly? You know, you have cuts here, cuts there, cuts everywhere, right? But you know what? The good news is we are living in the YouTube era where bad editing is all over the place. Yeah? And so the younger audience, in fact you and I, we have been so used to watching YouTube, we have grown used to such cuts. Okay? In fact, this video itself, there are cuts here, cuts there, cuts everywhere. But notice how they're not significant enough to bother you. So it's okay to make cuts like that. In the next video, I want to discuss how we can structure content in ways that makes the lecture videos worthwhile and captivating to watch. So see you, bye!